A very useful stitch to know how to use is the 3-step zigzag stitch. One of its uses, by the way, it is stitch letter E. So we've set it up for E with the widest stitch length at 5 and a stitch length of, let's start at 3 for this. To stitch down elastic, this is a great way to do this. By the way, put a stretch needle in that will really make it so you don't skip any stitches. And then as you sew, if you stretch the elastic out, that will gather it up. Really, you just need to kind of guide the elastic down the middle of the foot, and it's doing multiple stitches into each direction. Depending how far you pull the elastic, depends on how far it gathers up. See? And then it kind of almost looks like sheared fabric on the back side. So anytime you need to add that in there, it's really easy to do. Another use for this is when you have a rip in some fabric. We've all done it. We've snipped it, we've ripped it over time. What we want to do is use the same stitch, but shorten the stitch length so we have it very close together. We don't have to go back and forth so many times. So I'm taking the stitch length down between 0 and 1, fairly close together, maybe a little closer to 1 for just getting started. Iron on some interfacing onto the back of this. For today, I'm just going to fold this in half so this fabric will act as kind of the backing to this. I'm going to kind of start on the left-hand side and a little bit up into the corner there. So as I start to stitch, what I want to do is just have it go back and forth, back and forth. I'm going to shorten it so I have a little closer together. And then we're going to hold the reverse button down. As we go backwards, those stitches are really going to just lay down and really help fill in where that opening was. So just go back and forth. I'm kind of working my way from one side of the rip up to the other side, making it really easy and really keeping that well secured for future use and wear there. All right, let's take look what it looks like. When you match the thread up, you're going to see, you won't see any of it. It's really going to just be nice and flush with the fabric that you're stitching on.